Is my mic on? Hi everybody, I'm Ginger. You might know me as Queen Aliera from the Morrowind series, from the Elder Scrolls series. I found the coolest darn thing. We were looking around at Golden Frontier because it looked like a Bob Ross painting that basically you could just walk right into. It was really incredible. So I found this on Facebook. It's called Fantasy Garden. It is the coolest darn thing. You are playing inside of your own fantasy land, and it's very openly acknowledged. It's very meta, where they actually stay with that sort of theme, where you get water from the well. It took me forever. I kept trying to summon a spirit to give me water. It turns out you get that particular type of water for cooking and whatnot from the well. So just as a heads up when you guys install your well, because I know you're going to get addicted. So yeah, I found another app that uses that style of actual painting to make its graphics, which is an incredibly engaging format. They look like they did the three-dimensional objects and then had the painters paint around them to basically give them a skin. So you start out with very little. You're in your own little fantasy land. You do have a chest that distributes items to you every 14 hours and 30 minutes, I think it's supposed to be. Which is awesome because you either have to have a ton of Facebook friends who are willing to play with you or a lot of patience. So it's an interesting time management game because you can't really jam on it. So you start out with your garden, a couple of raspberries, some grapes, and you can install more. Your fantasy land is very small. You can't do very much off the drop because you have to fish and whatnot, and you can't post it to your page, as you can see. It just flunks. So I don't know if they plan on updating that or if they actually enjoy the fact that this is a very internalized game and really only the people who are playing with you are playing with you. The cool thing about it is it's quest driven, so you can actually go to different places, but you have to build like dirigibles to go to the air world, a sleigh to go to the winter world. So like I said, it's super cool as far as the interface goes. As far as the graphic design goes, it's incredible. It's something that's very different. I think it's foreign. It was released by a venture capitalist company, Six Wave. You have to put your cursor at the base of an object to use that object. So say I want to click mushrooms, I actually can't click on the top, I click on the base. Now it's counterintuitive, but it is a better interface. So once I got used to it, I actually didn't have that problem where I was clicking on the wrong thing and collecting the wrong items. Everything in the scenery gives you something. So you can actually capitalize on your little scrap of nowhere. It's very much yours, and you dream things into existence. So you're making up an adventure in a way that's very, very English, sort of, because they use animals, and those animals have certain powers. So it's a little bit Wizard of Oz meets, what was Pooh Bear in? The Winnie the Pooh stories. For instance, you can work with woodland creatures. The bears will help you gather firewood and so on, and they work for jam. See, he has 7 tablespoons of jam left, so he'll bring me wood from a tree 7 more times. So that's a small tree, it provides wood. This, for instance, a small spruce provides needles, and each of them have a different function. I'm trying to find, one of them provides pine. Small tree. These guys provide bark. So as you're going through your recipes, everything is crafting based, which is all the rage nowadays. I think that somewhere in here someone's going to make a lexicon of all of the different things that you can craft in every game and cross-reference it to see what it means by culture, because they're being released by all different cultures. It's a universal standard. It's really cool. So, you start out with, like I said, very little. You have your kitchen, you have your magical box, you install a cauldron and a well. The well provides you with water, and the cauldron you make jam in for your bears, which is very easy. You collect your raspberries. One of the reasons I think it was a foreign-based company is because, like I said, things are standardized once they become a little bit more mainstream. And in this one, you use your energy to plant but not to harvest, which makes a little bit more sense as long as it's small scale, because that does tend to be where city people at least do invest their energy. If you're working with a very small scale garden, it actually gives you energy to start it out, but not so much when you collect things, which is a part of our culture, but not a part of the apps that we play. So that's pretty cool. Um, Everything takes energy, which is in the upper right hand corner. The only strange thing, and the reason I laugh and say they should make a lexicon, is because just like in Golden Frontier, you can get some very odd items by harvesting the wildlife. Like you can get cinnamon from bushes. Nobody knows why. It's okay. So we'll get some brushwood here. It's part of our quest. They help organize you. The tutorials are based along your left-hand sidebar, like it is in many different video games, and they help organize you as far as teaching you how to interface with this virtual reality that you're in. So congratulations, quest cleanup in your dream is completed successfully. Receive your reward. You can take it quietly or you can tell others. Now, like I said, the share function is disabled, but I think that that's interesting because it lets you control that option, or at least gives you the option to. Again, it kicks me out. It's not going to let me share. So, magic. A magical deer has come to you and brought lunar crystals. They are priceless. Take advantage of the deer's generosity and collect the lunar crystals. Okay, cool. So, we have lunar crystals here, which I don't think you can see my recording sidebar, but just in case. Here's your lunar crystals, and those let you skip things. So they're your skip function. Obviously, you can purchase more of anything that you need. It's not really necessary. If you do find that for some reason you're up against a wall, time management games are specifically made to help you manage that emotion and teach you how to have life projects, whether they're hobbies or whether it's that you want to build skill sets to get ahead at work and get a raise, etc., etc. These games are very, very much based around that, and that's why you'll find them so often in social media. It's also part of why they're free. So if you do want to support the creators, support the artists, and support the venture capitalists, then, you know, purchase away. But the purpose of the game is, you know, to allow you to have that skill set where you do manage your time and manage your money, and you learn waiting, essentially. So let's see what we have in the store that we can purchase. Oh, that's my warehouse. So that's all stuff that I have. For production, we could buy a farm. Portal to the dungeon. That's pretty awesome. We'll go ahead and install that. Oh, it's not going to let me do that. Why not? Do I have a certain level I need? I might... Oh, okay. I unlocked it, but now I need to purchase it. Okay, well, that's good to know. I don't think we can afford... Yeah, we can afford a living fantasy. Those are 4,000, and that's going to be my spirit animal. You can have as many as you want, so it's not, you know, any sort of a belief system so much as a medium for explaining how it is that you build the stories that make you acquiring these quests and these items understandable. There has to be this magical element, and in this particular game, it's spirit animals, so they each do something different. You need a hamster, for instance, to produce certain items. I think I'm doing hay right now, making rope. I think I need a hamster. A dragon gives you fire. That's what you help, you know, use to cook, etc. You need a ram, for instance, to produce boards if you want to build. So you bring these beings into existence. Like I said, it really helps to have friends because you can borrow their energy for things like this. And then, see, the dragon gives fire and helps produce materials in building. So you actually have to have that spirit animal in order to forward your dream, in order to forward what they call your fantasy. Again, a different word, so I think it is foreign culture. A dragon will disappear in 6 hours. He produces 1 bit of fire every half hour. So as much as you want to pay attention to the game, that's what you get out of it. So we're obsessed with time management games here, what to play next. We hope that you enjoyed the look at this one. We think it's awesome. We would definitely recommend playing. Look us up, play with us. It's so much fun. So I am so glad that you liked it. Check out the channel, drop us a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and as always, much love.